Chaitanya. Krishna, Krishna. Good. Good. Maharaj. He gets young now. So we may continue Srila Prabhupada's teachings. How do we achieve devotional service? Attaining Krishna's lotus feet is the living and it is topmost achievement. But devotional service can be attained only in the association of devotees. Only the most fortunate souls can attain Krishna. A living entity becomes fortunate when his desire to wander throughout the universe is extinguished. Then when by the strength of the Guru's mercy, his constitutional propensity is reviewed, he attains the seed of devotional service. There is no difference between Krishna's and the Guru's mercy. The word prasada means the Lord's mercy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu states, Pramanda Pramite Guna Bhagavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasada Vipalakta Pija. According to their karma, all living entities are wandering throughout the entire universe. Some of them are being elevated to the upper planetary systems, and some are going down into the lower planetary systems. So out of many millions of wandering living entities, one who is very fortunate gets an opportunity to associate with a bona fide spiritual master by the grace of Krishna, by the mercy of both Krishna and the spiritual master. Such a person receives the seed of the kripa of devotional service. This is spoken from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So devotional service is defined as a desire to serve the Lord as his menial servant, only for his pleasure. This is devotional service. A desire to serve the Lord as his menial servant, and only for his pleasure. Serving for our own pleasure is not devotion. When the Guru plants the seed of devotion in our heart, we have to sow it in the field of the heart and water it with hearing and chanting. We have to sow the seed of devotion in the heart and water it with hearing and chanting. So the desire must raise in the heart, or the seed of devotion. And then how to water this plant by watering by hearing and by chanting the name. I'm a servant and my duty is to serve. When we become established in this conviction, we are gardeners. If after receiving the Bhakti seed from Guru, the seed that Lord Krishna awarded us out of his causeless mercy in the form of the Guru, we fail to engage in Krishna's service but become indifferent to that service, we will find ourselves in trouble. So impediments on the devotional path are removed by the strength of the Guru's mercy. Once they are removed, we will make quick progress. Therefore, we should hear about the Lord from the spiritual master and the saints and study the literature under their order. Hearing includes studying devotional literature. If we become distracted from our Guru's feet for even a moment, it is inevitable that we will become degraded. So hearing and chanting about the Lord is like water. Persons who have taken complete shelter at the spiritual master's lotus feet are gardeners. Our only duty is to always serve the Guru with love and devotion, and to associate with saintly persons. It is essential to nourish and safeguard the devotional kripa by faithfully engaging in the Lord's service. Otherwise, we will face various difficulties. Is there any point we can discuss deeper, or any questions? Then the next topic, should we give up material enjoyment, karma, and renunciation, jnana? So, should we give up karma and jnana? Mahaprabhu instructs us to give up both material enjoyment and dry renunciation. Material enjoyment is defined as accepting mundane form. Taste, smell, sound, and touch through our eyes, tongue, nose, ears, and skin as pleasurable. Although there is some apparent momentary happiness in the material enjoyment, we later discover that sense gratification comes with more distress than happiness. That's why renunciation is more glorious than enjoyment. Renunciation or detachment is good. But if in the process of detachment we also renounce the Supreme Lord, then such renunciation is simply another form of material enjoyment. The conception of those who consider the material world false or as worthless, as stool of a crow, is defective, because that conception denies the omnipotent Lord's energies. The material world is factual, although everything in it is temporary. This is the conclusion of those who are conversant with Vedanta. Just as material enjoyment does not allow one to understand the relationship between the Supreme Lord and the visible objects, because he decidefully sees himself as the enjoyer. Renunciation does not give one the opportunity to understand that everything in this world is meant for the Lord's service. So renunciation is a very tricky kind of on the way. Renunciation does not give one the opportunity to understand everything in this world. It's meant for the Lord's service, because we have to understand what we want, what we should renounce. Does anything belong to you or to us in this world? Nothing, everything will be taken away when the time is coming. It's just like children playing in the sand. Then the mother comes. Now we go home. You stop. So children may cry, may protest. Nothing we cannot take with us. It doesn't belong to us. This material world is meant for the Lord's enjoyment, and is not meant for our enjoyment. Of course, this we are not able to understand. At least not everybody can, because this desire to enjoy the creation of the Supreme Lord, what is meant for His enjoyment, we want to enjoy. It is not made for us. This will never work. So just as material enjoyment does not allow one to understand the relationship between the Supreme Lord and the visible objects, because he decidefully sees himself as the enjoyer, renunciation does not give one the opportunity to understand that everything in this world is meant for the Lord's service. Thus he disrespects objects related to the Supreme Lord. So material objects are this world's opulence. Objects that have form, taste, and so on are the goal of the senses led by the eyes. The senses will never become averse to them. They will never retire from pursuing them. Also, certain renunciants sometimes dress themselves as if they were controlling their external senses. Their mind, the king of the senses, remains absorbed in material enjoyment, even without their knowledge. Moreover, if in order to become renounced, someone tries to destroy his senses, which are the gateway through which he accepts material enjoyment, the affliction he suffers to separation from his senses will hurt him immensely before he is able to attain true renunciation. This very deep understanding, we may not be able to follow this because we have no experience of renouncing the senses, external senses, because it is something like dying. Because we are living only in the hope one day I will get my sense satisfied. So he suffers to separation from his senses. It will hurt us or him immensely before he is able to attain true renunciation. True renunciation is not very easy to attain. It is something like dying. This external world is, we are not feeling any attraction anymore. And this is something like a border we have to cross over. Like if we want to go to the spiritual world, we have to cross a river, the Viraja River. It's not water, it is something like a transformation what takes place in us, that we turn to the spiritual side and understanding. And when we are crossing this on the other side, we will become members of the transcendental world, of the real. So Vaishnavas know that material objects are neither to be enjoyed nor rejected. Rather, they are to be used to give the Lord pleasure. This is very simple, and this goes step by step according to the sincerity of the devotee. That is, they are ingredient for his service. Remaining detached from material enjoyment and accepting only what is required to keep body and soul together. Devotees always act as the Lord's menial servants. Karma and Jnana are not the soul's constitutional propensity. The soul's only propensity is devotional service. So liberated souls are fully absorbed in the service of their worshipable Lord in Vaikuntha. If one wishes to become liberated from his own conditioned state, he must not try to engage God in supplying him sense objects for his own pleasure. Nor should he reject sense objects simply to be renounced. Rather, he should accept those objects that are favorable for his service and reject only those that are unfavorable. So, until devotional service fully blossoms in the living entities. Yeah.
The devotees on Vaikuntha planets, do they know about Krishna and Goloka? These devotees who are with awe and reverence worshipping Maharaj.
They may know or may not, but they feel not attracted. Like Hanuman, he knows about Krishna's pastimes, but his heart is only Ram. He is the authority of a servant. He is sticking to Ram. He will not move one millimeter, whatever we can. Let's just give an example like this. He will never give up Ram, Sitaram. And this depends on their mood. Everybody has different characteristics, different mood he feels attracted. From in Krishna, all the different moods are present. When we come here, in this material world, as part and parcels of the Supreme Lord, this mood is a part of Him. It is in every spirit soul already it is present, but now it is covered by so many things, material desires and enjoyment. So some worship the Lord. He is the greatest. He is, far, a little far away, but we can have darshan every day. Like in Puri, is a place of Vaikuntha, but underneath there's Mahaprabhu's appearance there, and the Mahaprabhu's mood is complete different. When he sees Jagannath, he sees Krishna with the flute, playing and dancing. When Vaikuntha-vasis, those who they see Jagannath, Jagat means the universe, and Natha means the Lord of the universe. So he is the greatest, the controller of everything, the creator of everything. Different moods are there. That's not everyone the same. Everybody has different. And everybody has his place in the transcendental plane, or is a part of the Lord. And then we again take our position as the servants of the Lord and to please Him. Then we are attaining either Vaikuntha or Ayodhya or any planet. There are millions of transcendental planets there, and different forms of Vishnus are there. So, according to their mood, but this we do not know. Now, most of the new devotees, they want to become a gopi, of course. When you join the movement, of course, I'm a Brahmana. I want to be Brahmana. But then it works out that we are actually have a different mood. We are not, we have not the qualities or of a Brahmana. Brahmana means goodness, and means regularity, means purity, means studying and realizing Brahman. This is the goal of Brahmanike. But nowadays, even they take birth in Brahman family, they think they are Brahmanas. That's because it was not accepted anymore in the Kali Yuga now, Brahmanas. If one becomes a devotee of the Lord, he is much above Brahmana. Because he's gone to his mood, He may be just, in the spirit world, maybe a female or male, female who makes garland for Krishna. And he's completely satisfied, or she is completely satisfied with this service. She doesn't want more. It's because they're different rasas. Like neutral, you are neutral when you're like even Goloka, everything is there, all the different rasas are there also. There are some in neutrality, they just like animals, like trees. Yes. Take they are very attracted to this, when they hear the flute playing of the Lord, then they're in ecstasy. Like the cows and the calves, they stop soaking the nipple of the mother cow. And they are becoming the milk runs out of the mouth. They cannot drink, they're in ecstasy. And the monkeys and the birds, all like paralyzed in ecstasy. And then there is next is we say higher, but it is not less or more high or more. It is just a different mood. They want to be a servant, just to serve them in the background, helping to arrange things outside, not directly. Some are directly serving also, but they keep this mood of I am a servant. Then there's Shakya Rasa. They are very personal with the Lord. They are very close to. They become like friends. No, they are friends. They are playing with him and eating with him and stealing something from him, from his plate. And then there is the relation of a parent. So some take a position as a motherly or father position. In Vrindavan, even they are not father of Krishna, but they have this feeling, if they have this mood, oh, our child, he is most dear to us. So they see, even on their own child, they see Krishna. But when Krishna comes, they are more attracted to him than even their own. And then, of course, comes the highest. This is a loving and very confidential relation of a lover of the Lord, or in their most intimate. They're meeting in the night times. That is all pastimes of the Lord, and different relations they have there. And nothing has anything to do with this world here. There is Brahman is not a topic there. They do not know. They know, of course, but it is far above Brahman. Because it's unnatural to become like nothing, or to sleep like without dream, It's just a neutral state. This is not Vaishnavas do not want this realization. But all the realizations of all this is in different levels is present. They are personal expansions of the Lord, and they go only together if they do their service. So even the gopis or the gopas, they are part of him, but they are always with him, eternally. There's a place without past and future. It always goes on in the transcendental plane. So nobody has any taste for anything what we are experiencing here in this material world. Or did you ask a question?
If they, from Vaikuntha, they know about Krishna and Goloka.
Yes. They may know, but they have not attraction actually to this manifestation of the Lord.
So they actually don't know that he is the source.
Yes. Vishnu is the source also.
For them.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
It is no difference. They are all the supreme, different manifestations. According to their mood, according to their rasa they have, they will be attracted, they will go there. I watched this. I was living in Puri for some times. And every evening I went there. It was not like now. There was a few shops in the front. There was a few benches. And I could see the whole evening how the pilgrims come, going in and going out. Thousands and thousands every day. And the Vaishnava are coming also from the Samadhi of Haridas every day. Exactly in time. So they are, some of them, all the shopkeepers, all are devotees there more or less. But it is the mood of Vaikuntha. Of course, when Vaishnava advanced, like Mahaprabhu himself, he was living in Puri. It was very special. He manifested the most intimate, the highest level, what cannot be attained. He wanted to experience, and he saw Jagannath like, not like the Purivasis, as a Supreme Lord. We pay obeisances and we pray to him, and once a day they take darshan. It's like Vaikuntha. That they have all families also, but all devotees. In the spiritual world, same. It is like spiritual world because it is an expansion on this planet. Materialist, I check these things. It was when the Purivasis came, everything was very cool and peaceful, and then suddenly there was coming some, disturbance. I did not see any reason why. Then I saw some Western tourists come. And I understand. They're moving there in the most holy place, Vaikuntha place. But they could not anything see and anything realize. They had no eyes for this. They thought they have money and we are rich and everybody should. They think we are far above them. They are all pure people there. They are Vaikuntha-vasis. These eyes we have to get to see who is a member of the transcendental world and who is a member of this material world. Even my first visit in India, in Rameshwaram, I stayed for quite some time. I could check these things. And Westerners came with complete disturbance. There were thousands and hundred thousands coming for the very big street was there. They all went to the temple. I was in a lodge, had a room there, and I could see the people coming and going. And there were some Italian hippies at this time. They are coming and they are very proudly wandering through this, could not understand anything what's going on there. This was a very holy place. So this difference, one has to try to find out what is the difference. When they come here in the temple, they see he is peaceful, they appreciate, but they do not understand why or what it is. So, but they could also not stay because it's too peaceful, because their senses are running out. Now have to enjoy. So they want to go with all their material desires, they want to go to Vaikuntha. And it's not possible. That's because Jaya and Vijaya, watching, their devotion, their service to the Lord is to be something like a guard, you know, like how you can come so far here, but my dear, you have a stamp on your forehead, not qualified. Sorry, you are not allowed to enter. Like this. So, but yeah, it is told like this. So, until devotional service fully blossoms in the living entities, they cannot understand that they are the Supreme Lord's servants. Thus they remain conditioned. Unless one develops transcendental pride, how can he give up material pride? So who should live in the mud? Anyway, you.
No, don't jump off, now read.
Srila Prabhupada is very merciful. Our mat is not meant for wrestlers, nor to aristocrats need to live in the mud. Only Lord Hari's devotees should live in the mud. If we remove the people in the mud who are fond of eating and enjoying intimate association with women, the mud's expenditures and problems will diminish. If we remove the people in the mud who are fond of eating and enjoying intimate association with women, the mud's expenditures and problems will diminish. So that's because we are trying to not let enter because I remember in the beginning when we started, all kind of beggars and in the first temple there was very close a mental hospital. They were passing by and they coming and all kind of mad people coming there. Terrible, you know. One even stole a Shalakam Shila. And when he come again, I asked him where the Shilas. Then he put off his shoes and he had it in the shoes he was with his feet stepping on. Terrible. When you have such people in the temple, it is diminishes the problems in a temple. So the perfect would be everybody has the same goal. We want to satisfy the Lord. But this is not easily found. Of course, we have to make, we have to teach beginners, we have to tell how to behave, and they have to become sincere also. But to cultivate their personal desires, in a mud, this is not. It is not good for the mud, and it's not good for this kind of people. So we have to send home those proud and independent people who do not follow the mud's rules and regulations, and who neither follow the spiritual master's orders, nor display humility. If as a result we have less manpower, we are condemned. We should not allow those who are not interested in worshipping Hari, but who aspire for profit, adoration, distinction, women, and wealth, to live in the mud. Such people are both to the mud in their hearts. They think, I have been living in the mud for a long time. I have worked hard for the mud, and therefore can now eat nice food, dress opulently, and demand respect from others. This is, and be given a share in the mud administration. So many have such goals, I have a long experience, many years experience. And that's because we may not have so many devotees living in mud. But those who are living, staying here, they are such wonderful persons. Like our Maharaj or Radha Govinda, he is also very nice. We have to see. The Maharajis are so nice, engaged in the service of the Lord. Of course, we are not pure, but if we just try, this is a very positive sign. So we should never encourage such ideas, because they are opposed to devotional service. Such mentalities develop when living entities indulge in doubt, blasphemy, and idle talk. We should not be proud and think, I am expert, intelligent, a good speaker, and a good singer. These thoughts are averse to devotional service. We need to feel ourselves lower than the straw in the street. If anyone attacks or criticizes us, we should tolerate it and simply chant Hari's holy name. We should think that today the Lord has mercifully awarded us the opportunity to become humbler than a blade of grass. When someone blasphemes us, we should know that the Lord is awarding us a benediction to those whose trouble is inevitable. So, this is a very important thing. If there's any question or anything more to say on this, tomorrow it goes on like this. This is Srila Prabhupada's teachings, and this is Mahaprabhu's teachings. We are followers of this line. It is nothing new. It is eternal. There are Vaishnavas and Bhakti. Bhakti is, we cannot separate from one from another. More question? Then we can close here. Mamsidai, everything you could follow?
Yeah.
Up to Vaikuntha. This, when you attain it, you bless me. I may also once get the mercy. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jittalila Pavishtam Vishnupad Paramanjali Acharya Stodasa Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Goswami Maharaj ki jai. And Jai Gaur Brahmanandi. Mancha Kalpata.